Hello and welcome to episode number 51 of WITM Season 5. And it is Tuesday night. That means we have action for you on both SmackDown Live and 205 Live. It's been a while since we've had action from both shows in a Tuesday night stream, but we do tonight as it is true in real life. WWE has been calling up members of NXT to appear on the main roster. Now, I thought there were going to be more real-life call-ups tonight on SmackDown. That was not the case. Instead, Aleister Black, Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano are appearing both on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT for the time being. But we do have one call-up on our own, and that is the NXT North American Champion Aiot Master. He's been absolutely dominant in NXT, absolutely destroying the NXT North American Championship division, and he will be officially part of SmackDown Live, joining the United States Championship division on SmackDown, though he will still appear on NXT until someone can defeat him for the NXT North American title. And that debut match will include 3 of the other NXT call-ups, as Aiot Master will team with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, the team formerly known as #DIY, to take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the NXT Champion, Ricochet. We are going to hear from Aiot Master here on the night of his main roster debut. So let's listen in and hear what he has to say. Aiot Master speaks. I'm here. For those who don't know me, I am the Aiot Master, and I have done nothing but leave a path of destruction in NXT's North American title division. Now I'm here on SmackDown Live, where I will soon do the same to the entire SmackDown roster. Ask my tag team partners tonight, Ciampa and Gargano, what I am capable of. Yes, I may be tagging with them tonight, but they know that if they dare cross me at all, I'll put their time on the main roster to death, just as it is beginning. And as for my opponents tonight, the Usos and Ricochet, Usos, get ready to vacate those SmackDown Tag titles, because you won't be healthy enough for that next defense after I'm through with you. And Ricochet, I can't wait to embarrass you yet again in front of an even larger stage and put your once promising career to death. I am the Aiot Master. Fear me. Alright, so strong and confident words from the Aiot Master just a few hours before he makes his SmackDown Live debut here tonight. And with that, let's go ahead and get SmackDown Live started.
And what a great way to start us off. Sit tight for singles action coming up next.
All right, and Dalton's, Aiot Masters match is the main event, so we'll sim the matches leading up to that and get you your results. Charlotte defeats Asuka. R-Truth was somewhat of an upset victory over Rey Mysterio. Vince McMahon promised Aiden English more opportunities to compete on SmackDown Live if he defeated Gerald at Elimination Chamber, which he did. And so here's his first opportunity to take on the former United States Champion Shelton Benjamin. And it's going to be Shelton Benjamin picking up the victory. Okay, let me just adjust my headset real quick. That's falling off my head. There we go. Becky Lynch picks up a victory over Naomi. The real-life WWE Champion Daniel Bryan, accompanied by Rowan, defeats Mustafa Ali. And here we go. It is time for the debut of Aiot Master, as well as Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano's first appearance in a SmackDown Live ring. This is our first action on SmackDown Live period in about 6 weeks. Aiot Master makes his debut as a member of the SmackDown Live roster. How will he fare against the Usos, the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, and a man he is very familiar with, Ricochet, teaming with 2 other men that he's familiar with from NXT, 2 men that he has teamed with before in NXT, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Let's get that match, the main event of SmackDown Live, loading up. Alright, so Aiot Master coming in to joining SmackDown Live after just 27 matches on NXT. He's actually going to be defending that NXT North American title tomorrow in what could end up being his final appearance ever in an NXT ring tomorrow against Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era. But whether tomorrow night is his final NXT match or not, he has been absolutely dominant and impressive and a force to be reckoned with on NXT. Now the burning question is, will he be able to bring that same dominance, that same violence that we've seen him exhibit on NXT to the main roster, to SmackDown Live, and will he be able to perhaps insert himself into the WrestleMania picture? Let's find out. Aiot Master's main roster debut, he teams with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa to take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the NXT Champion Ricochet. And hello to our viewer that just came in. You're just in time for our first match of the evening. Let's get it underway.
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jey Uso and Jimmy.
It's not paranoia, it's the Uso.
In WWE. No question about it, Jimmy and Jey Uso have single-handedly transformed the tag team division of the what makes it different? What makes you guys pick up your kid? Jimmy and Jey will tell you, it was the moment he decided to knock him down like this. Yes, 1,000 times yes. The man
And their partner, from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, the NXT Champion, Ricochet.
Man, like a six-man match like this won't remind me of world class back in 1980.
There's the bell. This match is underway. This is, I believe, Jey Uso getting things started off
Good luck to the
for
referee, guys. When you put
his
six
team.
competitors
Actually,
such as
go
this
online.
in one match, things are bound to break down. With a
2K19
splash,
just so I
slap
can
on a
tell you.
devastating submission, or start a super kick party.
While he's dished out a few hangovers with his brother Jey Uso, he's more than capable of throwing a super kick party
With
all
me
by
on the
himself.
line to that. Okay, this is Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso is the one wearing the shirt.
Something that is always important in a six-man match is having the ability to perform double team.
He starts off against Tommaso Ciampa, Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano, all called up to the main roster by WWE in real life. And here at WITM, joining them and Aleister Black is Aiot Master, the NXT North American Champion. While Ciampa, Gargano, Black, and Ricochet are not officially assigned to either Raw or SmackDown yet, they are appearing on both until they are officially assigned. Aiot Master is officially assigned to SmackDown Live. He'll be taking the place of Garrow, who lost his SmackDown Live contract this past Elimination Chamber by losing to
deliver
Aiden
the
English.
maximum amount of punishment to your opponent in the least amount of time. You
Uso
have until
goes
the
after
referee's count
Tommaso
of five.
Ciampa.
It's not like you have all day in the ring.
Ciampa and Gargano teaming once again now that they are on the main roster. Of course, we've seen their team before in the past as hashtag DIY. People who were around in WITM Season 3 will remember the long and intense rivalry between hashtag DIY and Andrew and Austin Aries, the AA Hardcore Cruisers / Cows with Guns. In comes Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Takeover. And he gets a nice reverse neck breaker on Jey Uso. Aiot Master will roll out of the way, and he's going to try to go after Jey on the outside. Jey Uso in a bad position. It's a numbers game.
There's really no way around it.
Not in his favor. As Gargano and Aiot Master teaming up to take out Jey Uso and inflict damage on the outside. Gargano was out of the way, but hits a nice enziguri. These two men will eventually make it back into the ring, though. We're going to see this match end quickly via countout.
Cutting it close here, guys. What a coward.
I don't think
he's trying to get himself
either of these teams care about the count. They're more than happy to end this match on the outside.
He wants no part of the outside.
But they will make it back inside. This match will continue. There's a DDT by Gargano.
What impact.
Jey Uso trying to get back into his team's corner, but stopped by Gargano. And Aiot Master, meanwhile, taunting his new fans, or the crowd he will now wrestle in front of on a regular basis. The WWE Universe attending SmackDown live shows. Gargano and Jey Uso once again take the fight to the outside.
Also, Byron Charles Schultz hates you. Flapjack.
There's a great neck breaker, almost resembling an RKO by Gargano.
He's starting to stagger
This is definitely a great way to inflict massive damage quickly. Wrestling on the ringside area, but it's definitely high risk.
When you put that much meat in the ring, somebody's going to get hurt.
This is where Gargano and Jey Uso seem to be happy to take the fight, but now they'll head back into the ring. Gargano forces Uso to his feet. Our strip into the ropes. And drop kick by Gargano now forces Jey to his feet. We still have yet to see Aiot Master get his first bit of wrestling in this match, unless you count him helping Gargano attack Jey Uso on the outside.
A lot of damage taken on by Jey Uso. I'm not sure how this will pan out. He may very
and yet again, Gargano and Jey Uso are going to take the fight to the outside.
Do something quick.
With all the massive damage they're racking up out here, we may not see another tag in this match. We may see it end quickly. Our ship into the corner.
Over time, there have been various types of...
Jey forced into the corner. What does Gargano have in mind? We saw this yesterday in Gargano's Raw debut, plunging the head of Jey straight into that middle turnbuckle. And there's his brother Jimmy to make the save. Jey is heavily bleeding.
Back here. I expected nothing less, Cole.
Jey is able to get back on his feet so he can see the blood pouring all over his face and on his arms too. And he will make a much needed tag to his brother Jey. Flying Uso, there's a splash, and Jimmy is now the legal man. He goes for cover, broken up by Aiot Master.
Oh, that was a vicious shot. Oh my God, the old
Hello to our second viewer that just came in. In case you're wondering why Ciampa, Gargano, and Ricochet are all wrestling again, they've been appearing on both Raw and SmackDown in real life, so it looks like they're not officially assigned to a brand. So I'm having them make their SmackDown debuts tonight as well. And officially assigned to SmackDown is Aiot Master of WITM and NXT, who will be officially assigned to SmackDown, making his debut tonight. He'll be taking the place of WITM's Gerald, who we still don't know what his WWE future holds. Jimmy Uso and Tommaso Ciampa, the legal men in this match. We have yet to see Aiot Master be tagged in. So far, seems that Ciampa and Gargano,
there may be no
who have been frenemies lately,
I don't know. Never say never, Cole.
Are staying loyal to each other so far in this match. And their former tag team name was #DIY, and they are they are indeed intending to do it themselves, living up to their former tag team name.
Not so fast. Oh, and a terrific reversal by Jimmy Uso.
Ciampa R-shipped into his opponent's corner.
Both inside and outside the
ring. Master trying to get involved here. The referee keeping close tabs on him as Ciampa is
Rather
forced
than continuing to absorb any
on that top turnbuckle.
he might want to tag out here.
Ciampa trying to get to his corner for a tag, and we'll make the hot tag to, of course, Johnny Gargano, not Aiot Master.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Whoa,
It remains to be seen if Gargano and Ciampa will even allow Aiot Master to enter this match in his debut main roster
Here
match.
comes the big splash attempt. This might be it. Oh my. Now that's what I call making a statement.
Uso
Whoa, he works his way
the
out.
arms
A
and
bit of
legs
a
of Gargano. I believe he's trying to lock in
When this
submission.
guy's on,
Gargano got out of
look
it.
out.
Gargano misses the drop kick, but somehow evades the stomp of Uso.
Vertical
Points
suplex.
for Jimmy to hit a
Johnny
suplex.
Gargano looks like he's really
Gargano forced to his
struggling under
feet.
this pressure.
He's as good as finished.
And his chances
There's a
of winning the
reversal by
six-man
Gargano.
tag team match appear to be slipping.
Gargano went for a clothesline, and that didn't end well. Plunged on that top turnbuckle by Jimmy Uso, who's now looking for a finisher. Super kick connects.
Man, that
And
should do it.
is this
It'll
going to be a
hard
victory for
Gargano to come
the
back now.
Usos and Ricochet?
The pin's
No,
broken up.
broken up by Aiot Master. And he clears the ring of Ricochet. And returns to his post.
With the tag is Jey Uso.
In comes the very injured Jey Uso. Not sure how wise that is to tag him in, but Ricochet unavailable right now. I guess he had no choice, and he hits a super kick right away. And Ciampa's there making the save.
That's not over yet.
Both Usos clear the ring of Ciampa. The only man in play right now for
Extend your elbow.
Gargano's team is, I believe, himself.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Aiot Master and Ricochet right out on the outside.
I don't think that's the best strategy.
And I believe Ciampa is as well.
And up the tag is Jimmy Uso.
And the Usos will again make a tag. There's a stomp to the ankle.
No, reverses it.
Reversal by Gargano.
This is going to be bad for Jimmy Uso.
Ricochet finally returns to his post for his
Nicely
team.
done. Jimmy
And
Uso
we
beginning
have-
to look a little weak out there.
I believe
His hopes
Gargano
of
and
winning this
Aiot
match
Master are
appear to
still
be
on the outside.
dwindling
Okay,
here.
Aiot Master's
Well,
back
he's
in his
clearly not
post.
used to competing in a match like
He
this.
missed the tag from Gargano. Will Gargano get there and allow Aiot Master his first action on the main roster?
Too much momentum here. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
No, instead he's going to go for a signature finisher. Or no, he's going for an OMG moment. Is he thinking outside superplex?
Super.
Yes, he is. Out
How much he has left.
huge superplex, nearly putting Jimmy Uso through the table. This is Gargano's SmackDown debut, second match of the main roster, and he is making a statement here,
There's a good chance this one ends
showing what the
deteriorating
NXT
sooner than later.
guys can do, that huge outside superplex, but now it's Jimmy Uso back on offense.
What a stomp.
Plunging ahead of Gargano against the outside of the ring.
Bringing it back into the ring.
And now Gargano forced back inside the ring.
We might just see it.
Ciampa wants a tag and gets a tag. Aiot Master still yet to be tagged into this match, very late into it.
He gets him
I
with
think
a
Ciampa and Gargano, both of which have taken punishment in this match, would be more than happy to tag in the fresh Aiot Master.
Jimmy Uso is showing signs
But no,
that it could be ending soon.
want to do it themselves.
There it is. The tag has
Here
been
comes
made.
Ricochet for, I believe, his first action of the match. Ciampa has Ricochet in torture rack position
Spiked him. Oh boy, he is rolling.
and now heads to the corner. Thought he might be going for something there from the corner, but looks not to. Now
look at
allows
the
Ricochet
quickness
time
by
to
Ricochet.
reverse. Ricochet forcing his
Nailed
team's
it.
corner. There, Aiot Master's waiting. Will Ciampa take advantage of the opportunity to go for a tag? Okay, that's not PG. Someone,
He's not careful. This could
whoever made that Ciampa call gave him Stone Cold's over. He was off his opponent afterwards. I made him find that and change it. That's not PG.
He's getting roughed up pretty bad here. He may very well have reached the point of no return. Down with a
Nonetheless,
powerbomb.
there's a great move by Ricochet.
Michael.
Reversal by Ciampa.
Here he goes. Man, what a
And
slam.
Ciampa executes the exact same move Ricochet just hit on him.
Two. There's the kick out.
And
It's gonna take
Ricochet
more than
powers out at 2.
Looking for the win.
Submission locked in by Ciampa, targeting the arm, shoulder, and neck of Ricochet. Ricochet is able to fairly quickly break the hold.
Look out, he breaks free. Great job by him there, but he's still
This
in
is
a
our
tough
first bit of
spot.
action tonight. We still have Andrew set for action later on tonight.
At what point do those thoughts creep in?
Great action here so far. The only thing that could be better is we still have yet to see Aiot Master even get tagged into this
Now it's
match.
time to catch.
We got a cover. 2.
And we won't see him tagged in the match at all. With no help from Aiot Master, Tommaso Ciampa is going to score the victory for his team. It's basically a free victory for Aiot Master. Aiot Master, on paper, is going to get his first victory on the main roster.
Forgot about this one.
But doing very little other than helping Gargano on the outside and
here's
making
a last look at this one.
saves from covers. But nonetheless, Aiot Master makes his main roster debut and his team scores a victory.
Here
Congratulations
are
to
your
Aiot Master.
winners, Thomas O. Champ R. Johnny Gargano and AOT Masters.
And there's your winner via pinfall.
Let's not overcomplicate things. This business is simple. It's all about wins and losses. And it sure looks to me like somebody has figured that out.
Matches like that are the reason why I love this job so much.
Alright, so Aiot Master's main roster debut is a successful one, but he didn't even get tagged into the match. Hashtag DIY, or the team formerly known as Hashtag DIY, lived up to that name. They did it themselves. It was all Ciampa, all Gargano, what essentially amounted to a 3-on-2 handicap match, as Aiot Master wasn't even tagged into the match at all. But nonetheless, he's still part of the winning team. He still gets the victory on the night of his SmackDown debut, and he will still rise up the United States division rankings. Speaking of rankings, it is time for our rankings update. Let's see how these results affect the rankings on SmackDown Live. Starting with the SmackDown women. In non-title action, Charlotte defeated Asuka. Charlotte remains champion, and Asuka falls to number 10. Becky Lynch defeated Naomi. Becky Lynch remains number 1 contender, and Naomi falls to number 4. The SmackDown Women's Champion is Becky Lynch. Wow, I cannot speak tonight. The SmackDown Women's Champion is Charlotte Flair. Number 1 contender Becky Lynch. Number 2 Lana. Number 3 Carmella. Number 4, Naomi. Number 5, Mandy Rose. Number 6, Billie Kay. Number 7, Lacey Evans. Number 8, Peyton Royce. Number 9, Sonya Deville. And number 10, Asuka. In the SmackDown Tag Team Division, Aiot Master, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano defeated Ricochet and the Usos. The Usos remain champions. And Gargano and Ciampa should be in here. There we go. They move up to number 2. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions are the Usos. Number 1 contenders, Gallows and Anderson. Number 2, Ciampa and Gargano. Number 3, The Miz and Shane McMahon. Number 4, Sanity. Number 5, The Colognes. And number 6, The Bar. In the United States Championship Division, R-Truth defeated Rey Mysterio. R-Truth moves up to number 8. Mysterio falls to number 7. And Ricochet moves down as well. So Ricochet falls to number 8, which means another spot up for R-Truth. And now Mysterio falls to 7, which means 3 spots up for R-Truth. Shelton Benjamin defeated Aiden English. Benjamin remains at number 2 because Aiot Master won as well. English falls to number 4. The United States Champion is Andrade Cien Almas, already the number 1 contender to Andrade's United States Championship. The man who made his debut tonight, Aiot Master, Could Aiot Master potentially trade in his NXT North American title if he loses it in his title defense tomorrow for a United States Championship in the near future? We'll have to wait and see. Number 2, contender Shelton Benjamin. Number 3, Rusev. Number 4, Aiden English. Number 5, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 6, R-Truth. Number 7, Rey Mysterio. Number 8, Ricochet. And number 9, Aleister Black in the WWE title rankings. Daniel Bryan defeated Mustafa Ali. And I don't know why I put Big E and Xavier Woods in this division. It should be just Kofi Kingston should be the only member for the New Day that's in here. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. Daniel Bryan defeated Mustafa Ali. They swapped spots. Bryan to number 2. Ali to champions AJ Styles. Number 1 contender Jeff Hardy. Number 2 Daniel Bryan. Number 3 Mustafa Ali. Number 4 Samoa Joe. Number 5 Randy Orton. And number 6 Kofi Kingston. So he's here in WITM as well. Now we move on. We still have more action for you tonight. Now we move on to the second half of our episode, the 205 Live portion. Will we see Andrew Spudstrong in singles action taking on Brian Kendrick? But before that, we are going to hear from Andrew Spudstrong. He's in the ring. The Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew. There we go. So, after defeating Drew Gulak once again at Elimination Chamber, thanks to another unwise decision by Jack Gallagher, who once again let his emotions get the best of him. So my question is, what's next for me?
Behold the king. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king in red.
Triple H has made his way to the ring. Andrew asked what's next for him. It sounds like Triple H is going to be the one to tell him what's next for him. Let's listen and hear what Triple H has to say to Andrew. Andrew, your next title defense should be the least of your worries at the moment. But to answer your question, congratulations. Your next title defense will be on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, when you would defend your WWE Cruiserweight title. Maybe. Andrew, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding you and Lance Armstrong working together. Ever since then, I've had your back, despite all the rumors and concern that everyone has had. But I've heard numerous reports from anonymous sources that you've had multiple conversations with Lance Armstrong about the possibility of you taking performance-enhancing drugs, which of course are banned here in the WWE. So Andrew, since you haven't done anything technically against our policies yet, you are still skating on very thin ice, but I cannot suspend you at the moment. But because of all those rumors and all the negative publicity that this will surely bring us, I can't let you go without consequences. So, going forward, Lance Armstrong is fired. Your Strava sponsorship and attire is gone. Bailey may still come ringside to manage you, but before each and every house show, 205 Live, or pay-per-view, you will be tested for performance-enhancing drugs by our doctors. This will go on indefinitely, and if we find anything in your system that is considered to be performance-enhancing, or anything else suspicious, you will be stripped of the Cruiserweight title. You will miss your currently guaranteed match at WrestleMania, and you will be suspended from WWE for at least 30 days. You know, a lot of people look up to you, Andrew. Even me sometimes, after everything you've done to help build up this division. So don't disappoint us. Alright, so let me adjust my headset real quick. An absolute bombshell dropped there, as it says in the title, a good news, bad news situation for Andrew. The good news, he does not have to defend his title at Fastlane. He does not have to defend his title at 205 Live. His next title defense is scheduled for WrestleMania. But that is a big, big if. Because there have been apparently rumors going around that Andrew and his now former team, Livestrong, Spudstrong partner, agent, and advocate Lance Armstrong, has been talking to him about taking performance-enhancing drugs, as Lance himself did when he was a professional cyclist. Triple H and the McMahons have caught wind of that, and now Lance Armstrong is fired. Andrew lost his Strava sponsorship deal, which means no more Strava-sponsored gear. Andrew will have to return to his old attire. Bayley can still come to the ring with him on 205 Live and pay-per-views, but Andrew is currently on probation. If he is caught with PEDs in his system or has any more suspicion surrounding him and whether or not he truly lives his straight-edge lifestyle, then he will be suspended, be stripped of the Cruiserweight title, and miss WrestleMania. But for now, even after all that bad news, Andrew must still turn his focus to the main event of tonight's 205 Live, where he will take on Brian Kendrick. It's going to be hard to focus on a wrestling match after what Triple H just told him, but he must find a way. And if anyone can find a way, it is Andrew. And so we remove Lance Armstrong as Andrew's manager. Return Andrew to his classic plant-based athlete attire. Alright, the game already fixed everything, and we get on with tonight's show.
First match of the night. Here we go.
Actually, there is one more thing I need to do. I probably should have included it in Triple H's promo, but I was pressed for time to start the episode tonight and forgot to. But in real life, they announced tonight that just as I did announce in real life, the next Cruiserweight title defense will also be at WrestleMania, and there will be an 8-man single elimination tournament going on throughout the next 6 weeks of 205 Live to determine the Cruiserweight Champion's opponent at WrestleMania. And we are going to start that tournament here in WITM tonight with Kalisto versus Buddy Murphy, the current number 1 contender to the Cruiserweight title, versus the current number 8 contender. So let me just set that up real quick before we get to Andrew versus Brian Kendrick. There we go. Make sure that neither of them are already booked in a match. Murphy and Nice are. What's another tag team I can replace Murphy with? I'll just have Ari Daivari take Murphy's place, because I don't want to postpone our next match too long. They're both heels, so that still works. Alright, now we can start tonight's show.
And what a lineup on this card, starting with a bang. Singles match on tap next.
All right, in the first qualifying match for the right to face Andrew for the Cruiserweight title at WrestleMania, we already have an upset as the number 8 seed Buddy Murphy defeats the number 1 seed Kalisto. Next up, Lince Dorado, the former Cruiserweight champion, defeats Noam Dar. The impromptu team of Arya Daivari and Tony Nese defeats Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher. And here we go. Andrew learned that he is on probation. Lance Armstrong has been fired, and he must return to wearing his old attire because his Strava sponsorship is over. But can he still focus on defeating Brian Kendrick and keep momentum going heading into his, as long as he doesn't do anything worthy of suspension, WrestleMania title defense? And in case, Andrew, you're watching and you're wondering, you will still get your WrestleMania match of your choosing. If you have the best record going into WrestleMania, I decided that if you win the WITM standings, your match of your choosing will be on the main card and your title defense will be on the pre-show. That way we can still have the realistic title defense at WrestleMania and the match of your choice.
Up next, we have singles action. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date, taking on some tough competition.
Gonna settle the
So
score.
Andrew does indeed come in with the best record as of right now among the WITM members, with a record of 30-13-3. Very impressive record. Can he add even more distance from the current second placeman Aaron Danger with another victory tonight over the Brian Kendrick? And after Bailey was another factor to remember too. Bailey was one of the first people to raise concerns about Andrew's relationship with Lance Armstrong. You have to wonder how Bailey, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, feels about this latest news. But she's still by Andrew's side tonight, and let's get the match underway.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Bailey, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 165 pounds, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew.
It's now time for one-on-one action. The Michael Dunn here at this crowd already kicked the ball the end.
I'm a man with a plan. So listen up now, the general masses. You ain't gonna know that in your high school classes, cause it ain't written down. And you know that it's true. There's a lot of famous people with the saddle and you where fame may say could be a serious earner. So put your weight on that only afterburner. The story so far was one hell of a mess. So come and let me lead you through the wilderness. I'm a man with a plan. They come from all over, saying on the compass, so shadows in the alley, getting ready to jump. The trick is to look straight ahead.
As we get underway, I'm expecting a hard-fought match between these two superstars.
All right, and I have learned that Andrew's first test for performance-enhancing
And I can't
drugs
help but wonder how the
was
champ's game plan
tonight
differed,
prior to
knowing
this
that the
match.
title is not on the line here tonight.
I've learned that Andrew passed the first test with flying colors. As long as he can do that all the way up until WrestleMania, he will defend his title next on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Becoming WITM's first member to be confirmed to compete at
It's not gonna be
WrestleMania.
good. This is not gonna
And
be
if
good.
Andrew has the best
Right to the
WITM
skull.
record heading into WrestleMania, he will have 2 matches at WrestleMania. His title defense on the pre-show and a match of his choosing on the main card. Andrew with a nice reversal there as Kendrick was attempting what appeared to be a brainbuster. Now Andrew attacks the ankle of Kendrick.
Big move coming. Wait for
Submission
it.
locked in. Andrew looking to make quick work of Kendrick.
Looks like he's starting to lose it here.
And Kendrick is able to break the hold with a series of knees to the back of
Whoa,
Andrew.
he works his way out.
Now
A bit
both
of a
men to their
Houdini
feet.
job right there.
Andrew catches a leg and reverses. There's a reversal by Kendrick. Ash up into the corner. And Kendrick with an attack in the corner. There's a strike to the head by Andrew. Tries to get back on offense, only to be reversed again by Kendrick. Kendrick
You gotta believe this
looking like
one's
he has the
over.
advantage early on as Andrew's mind not completely on this match after what he was told by
He's
Triple
going for
H.
the pin. Plenty of fight left.
Andrew not
Way
looking
too
like
early.
himself so far. But of course they call him Mr. Stamina for a reason. He can always bounce
Looks like he's
back
starting to sweat
at the
now.
drop of a dime.
He's going to want to make sure
Ash
this
up into
doesn't
the corner.
snowball out
There's
of
a drop
control.
kick to the
Well, you
back.
had to expect to take some punishment tonight. You don't step in the ring with this guy and walk away completely unscathed.
Suplex by
Yeah,
Kendrick.
but if you count him out now, guys, you'd be making a
Stomp to the
very
chest.
big mistake. Mark my
And then
words.
stomp to the head. Kendrick forces Andrew up. Andrew needs to get back on the attack.
And again, unbelievable.
You don't see that every day.
He'll
Oh,
lose
boy,
this
he
match
is
and more
rolling.
momentum heading to WrestleMania.
There it is. It's locked
Here's
in.
Smart maneuver.
the Andrew we know and love.
It's
Rolling
over.
knee bar locked
I
in.
wouldn't be surprised if that
And
caused
reversal
some
by
serious
Kendrick. Remember,
internal
Andrew's
injury.
bouncing. Andrew was lost last week against Humberto Carrillo. He does not want to start a losing streak here against Brian Kendrick tonight. Here's an hour trip into the corner. Clothesline and bulldog
And that one
by
grabs him.
Andrew.
I didn't realize he had
There's a
such a
stomp to the
glass
leg.
jaw. And a
Andrew
pin
does
attempt.
recover,
No, they're not done yet. Not
and
even
Kendrick
close.
powers out right
Hey,
away.
I guess you never know.
Andrew with a working hold, targeting the neck area of Kendrick. Kendrick, a former member of Andrew's CWO and WITM Season 4
He
that
doesn't want to
helped.
absorb much more
That
punishment
with the help
if he
of
wants to
Corey
win this
saved
match.
205
At this
Live.
point, they both look to be about evenly
Andrew forces
matched.
Kendrick up.
Maybe I'd give him an edge, but not by much.
Irish will
He's
put
looking at
Kendrick
it.
on the apron. Was Andrew have a mind here? Maybe going high risk.
What a slam.
Dumps the head of Kendrick
That'll
on
jar your
the
spine. Can he finish the job?
top of the ring apron.
He's on the defensive now.
That's going to do some damage, as Phil Swift
Nothing
from
good
Flexi will
happens
say.
outside the
That's a
ring.
lot of
This is
damage.
why I love it when guys go out there. Things are going to heat up now, fellas.
He's taking on some damage, but
And
so is his
Kendrick
opponent.
trying
This
to get
match
back
can
to
go
the ring,
either
and
way
does.
at this point.
There's a huge running bulldog by Andrew. Forces Kendrick to his feet. Kendrick
and it's a
reverses with an
reversal.
uppercut. Ash up into the corner.
He might have it.
And Kendrick looking for a finisher. Sliced bread number
Right
2
across
connects.
the back of the neck.
As Kendrick
But
scored
is
the
it
upset,
enough
put
to
Andrew on
end
a
it?
losing
This
streak.
battle's not over
No,
yet.
he powers out at
Yeah,
2.
nobody
Kendrick
controls the pace
ask
of the
himself
match
what it will take
quite
to
like this guy.
defeat the Cruiserweight champion.
Going
Kendrick's
to
trying to
the
get
top.
frustrated, and now
High
he wants
risk.
to take flight.
Look at this.
Diving elbow drop connects. Kendrick is exhausted. Can he keep up
He
this
knows he's
attack?
in trouble.
Looking for another finisher.
What a cross
Captain's
face.
hook locked in.
Every ounce of that one, this could be over.
We've seen
But
this in
Andrew
matches
immediately
before.
gets to his feet
Oh, and he
and breaks
slips
the
out.
hold. Great
Wow, looked to me like he had it locked in
awareness
pretty
there
good.
by Andrew.
I guess not.
As soon as that captain hook was locked in, Andrew started getting to his feet to
Wow,
break
what
the
a
hold.
leg sweep. Jarring
Now
impact.
attacking the leg of Kendrick, forces Kendrick to his feet. Roy knee bar locked in for a second
Beautiful
time.
takedown into the knee
Will this be
bar.
enough to put Kendrick
That should
away?
do it.
It will. Great back and forth match with near falls and near submissions. But it's going to be the second Roy knee bar from Andrew that secures him a victory. And despite
Let's take
what
another
Triple
look
H
at
said
these guys
earlier,
getting
Andrew was
after it.
able to keep his head in the game, pick up the victory, and more momentum heading into
I remember
WrestleMania.
this part very well. Man, this was great. He's getting after it here.
Here is your winner, Andrew.
Alright, a good victory there for Andrew. Brian Kendrick gave it his best. But in the end, Andrew Spudstrong finds a way to win. He now knows where his next title defense will be, pending, of course, having any reason for suspension. It will be on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. And Andrew wants to bring as much momentum as he can into that match. And that is definitely a good start, defeating the veteran Brian Kendrick. And how these results affect the rankings on 205 Live. Let's find out. Buddy Murphy defeated Kalisto. Murphy moves up to number 6. Kalisto falls to number 2. But Gulak lost as well, so Gulak falls to number 3 and Kalisto falls to number 2. Lindsay Dorado defeated Noam Dar. Dorado moves up to number 14, but Nice won as well. And so did Davari. Davari moves up to number 12. Nice moves up to number 13. Dorado moves up to number 14. And Dar falls to number 12. Alright, Davari and Tony Nice defeated Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher. Davari moves up to number 10. Nice moves up to number 12. Gulak falls to number 4. Gallagher remains at the bottom, number 16. Andrew defeated Brian Kendrick. Andrew remains champion. And Kendrick remains at number 15 because Gallagher lost as well. The Cruiserweight champion is Andrew Spudstrong. Number 1 contender, Mike Kanellis. Number 2, Kalisto. Number 3, TJP. Number 4, Drew Gulak. Number 5, Akira Tozawa. Number 6, Buddy Murphy. Number 7, Humberto Carrillo. Number 8, Cedric Alexander. Number 9, Leo Rush. Number 10, Ari Davari. Number 11, Graham Metzelik. Number 12, Tony Nese. Number 13, Noam Dar. Number 14, Lindsay Dorado. Number 15, Brian Kendrick. And number 16, Jack Gallagher. But remember, Andrew's next opponent at WrestleMania will not be determined by these rankings. It will be determined by the 8-man tournament that will be going on for the next few weeks. Right now, the first man to qualify into the second round is Buddy Murphy. Now we move on to NXT UK. Will we see our first international superstar, Jack, make his debut tomorrow night? We will not, so we will sim. Also, and rankings update from NXT UK. In women's action, Charlie Morgan. defeated Rhea Ripley. That was a non-title match, with Charlie Morgan defeating the NXT UK Women's Champion. They're just about the only ones that get booked there. Isla Dawn defeated Jenny. Also a non-title action, Ligero defeated the United Kingdom Champion Pete Dunne. And Grizzled Young Veterans defeated Gallus. That was also non-title action, with Grizzled Young Vets getting the victory over the champions Gallus. And how does that affect the rankings on NXT UK? Let's find out. Charlie Morgan defeated Rhea Ripley. That is a non-title victory. Morgan becomes number one contender. Ripley remains champion. Isla Dawn defeated Jenny. Dawn remains number 2 because Morgan won as well. Jenny falls to number 6. The NXT UK Women's Champion is Rhea Ripley. Number 1 contender Charlie Morgan. Number 2 is Isla Dawn. Number 3 Millie McKenzie. Number 4 Killer Kelly. Number 5 Kaylee Ray. Number 6 Jenny. Number 7 Jazzy Gabert. Number 8 Nina Samuels. Number 9 Toni Storm. And number 10 Shia Brookside. In the NXT UK Tag Team Division, the Grizzled Young Veterans defeated Gallus. Grizzled Young Vets are number 1 contenders. Gallus remains champions. The champions are Gallus, number 1 contenders, Grizzled Young Veterans. Number 2, Andrews and Webster. Number 3, Iconor and Barthel. Number 4, British Strong Style. And number 5, Williams and Jordan. In the United Kingdom Championship Division, Ligero defeated Pete Dunne for a non-title victory. Ligero is number 1 contender, and Pete Dunne remains champion. The United Kingdom champion, Pete Dunne, number 1 contender, Ligero. Number 2, Ashton Smith. Number 3, Eddie Dennis. Number 4, Dave Mastiff. Number 5, Danny Burch. Number 6, Joe Coffey. Number 7, Travis Banks. Number 8, WITM's Jack. Number 9, Walter. Number 10, Mike Hitchman. Number 11, Sam Gradwell. Number 12, Saxon Huxley. Number 13, Joseph Connors. Number 14, Jordan Devlin. Now we move on to NXT, where we know we will see Aiot Master in action because he's going to be defending his NXT North American title against Adam Cole, not in this random 6-man tag. And it looks like we are not going to see any of the 4 demons in action. That's kind of surprising. So we're going to have to wait a while to debut our 10th WITM member. He will hopefully be revealed to you next week. But we do still have a huge match for you tomorrow because Aiot Master, who is now part of SmackDown Live, still has some unfinished business on NXT. He is still NXT North American Champion, and he will defend his title tomorrow night against the winner of the Worlds Collide tournament, Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era, who will be accompanied by the rest of Undisputed Era. In real life, the winner of the Worlds Collide tournament was Velveteen Dream, and he successfully cashed in his opportunity. Spoiler alert for anybody who's planning on watching NXT tomorrow, but it's been on the dirt sheets for 3 weeks, so. Alright, so that is going to do it for episode number 51. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action. Check out the links in the description. The first is the WITM website. That's where you can find out how to become a WITM member yourself. Get your own custom character with custom entrance, custom movesets, custom promos, and custom storylines. With it being the road to WrestleMania, and all with some of the exciting post-WrestleMania plans the WITM has for you. Now's a great time to join. Check out the WITM Twitter as well for all latest WITM related news, announcements, and updates. Check out Dying Big Fish 2's stream on Twitch. For anybody who doesn't know, that's WITM's Dalton Roush. He streams on Twitch, and his stream features one of our new WITM members, DJ Rage, and WITM's Corey is a part of that universe mode as well. And until episode number 52, tomorrow night at 11 o'clock Eastern for Aiot Masters NXT North American title defense against Adam Cole. This is Corey, WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.